And the Pentagon has issued an ultimatum threatening to end its partnership with the AI company Anthropic. The company, which makes the chatbot Claude, faces a 5 p.m. deadline to agree with the Pentagon's terms for using their technology. But Anthropic's CEO has drawn a hard line, saying he cannot in good conscience give in to the Pentagon's demand and allow unrestricted use of its technology. Military officials warn that if the company does not comply, they run the risk of damaging their business. So for more on this, I want to bring in our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, who's been tracking this story for us. And Selena, as this is playing out, we are less than an hour out from this 5 p.m. deadline. The president is now weighing in on the situation.
Well, Alex, this may be the answer ahead of the deadline. Now, President Trump, he is announcing, and this is just moments ago on his Truth Social account, so I'm going to read it to you. He says, quote, "I'm directing every federal agency in the United States government to immediately cease all use of Anthropic's technology. We don't need it, we don't want it, and will not do business with them again. There will be a 6-month phase-out period for agencies like the Department of War who are using Anthropic's products at various levels." He goes on to bash Anthropic, calling it a left-wing nut job company, calling it a, quote, radical left AI company who have no idea what the real world is all about. So this is really this fight that has been going on for weeks now that I've been reporting on, really coming to a head. Earlier, the Pentagon had issued an ultimatum to Anthropic, essentially saying, agree to our terms for how to use our artificial intelligence, or we're going to terminate the contract and deem you a supply chain risk, essentially blacklisting them from doing work with the government. So we are hearing from the president here clearly this is his decision that there will now be no partnership with Anthropic, with the military, or any federal agency.
Well, and that label as being a supply chain risk is really significant. But can we back up for a second? Can you walk us through how we got here over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge deal. I mean, essentially, this fight is about who's going to control the future of artificial intelligence use in the government and specifically in the military. Is it the company that is creating this technology, or is it the government that's using it? And so this all transpired over these two critical red lines that Anthropic has drawn. Anthropic tells me that they have made it very clear that there are two use cases where they are against their AI being used. Number one is for mass domestic surveillance, and the second one is fully autonomous weapons. Sounds reasonable. You want a human making the final targeting decision on the battlefield, not artificial intelligence. Anthropic tells me that the Pentagon has refused to sign off on language that would commit them to not using AI for those use cases. The Pentagon has argued that they should have discretion to be able to use this technology in all lawful cases.
Well, and certainly they're putting the pressure on Anthropic. But the flip side of this is that, if Anthropic is no longer a Pentagon partner, it's going to be hard to replace them on their end as well.
It will be hard to replace them because, first of all, Anthropic is the first one to be used within the classified systems of the Pentagon, and it's also the most deeply embedded. It is praised as being the most sophisticated, the most advanced. It's not going to be easy to onboard another company. Not to mention OpenAI, the key rival, they've already confirmed to me that they've got the same red lines as Anthropic does around mass domestic surveillance and the use for these fully autonomous weapons. So really unclear where all of this goes from here.
Yeah, it's a rare point of synergy between Sam Altman and and
two big rival companies. They agree on this specific issue.
Yeah. Selena Wang for us. Thank you so much.